Earlier in the week, a priest friend of mine and myself, we went to Cleveland, and after lunch, we had some time to kill, and so I asked him if he wanted to go and see this one church in the city named St. Vitus. And St. Vitus is the oldest Slovenian parish in the United States. It was built by Slovenian immigrants in 1893. And it's a very beautiful church, clean and shiny. You can eat off the floor. And there's a particular shrine that I love to go and visit in this church. It's off to the side of the church. It's called Maria Pomagai in Slovenian, and it means Our Lady, Help of Christians. And the artist there in the church that redid the church a number of years ago made some very beautiful paintings in this chapel. And one of the paintings is shows the Slovenian people leaving their country and coming to the United States. Another part of the mural shows soldiers with machine guns and killing the people, shooting them. Because in 1945, after the Second World War, the Slovenians who were staying in Austria wanted to stay in Austria, but they were ordered to go back to what was then communist Yugoslavia, and many of the people were killed and they died as martyrs there. And so that particular mural shows the suffering of the people, what happened over 70 years ago. And many of these people came in the 1950s, they're survivors, to the United States. And they brought with them their great faith. And they brought with them not only the love of their faith, but also the love of their traditions and processions and so on and so forth. And so on this feast of Corpus Christi, and many of the old neighborhoods and some of the parishes, they have processions with the Blessed Sacrament. And we're encouraged to do that in many of the parishes. And some parishes still do that. I know this morning in my parish when I offer Mass, we're a rural parish where I'm at, St. Peter the Fields in Youngstown. And we will walk after our last Mass with the Blessed Sacrament, and I will bless the four corners of the fields. And that is a tradition that's done for a successful growing season and a successful harvest. Nowadays, though, it's funny that people find such things difficult to believe. The belief of the Eucharist, the real presence in the Blessed Sacrament. We have become so sophisticated, so urban, so cosmopolitan, if you will. But yet, St. Louis de Montfort once said, when you hear about the miraculous stories of people's faith, about St. Anthony, for example, and the donkey, and that they starved the donkey for 3 days, and the unbeliever trying to tempt St. Anthony and saying, I don't believe in the Eucharist. The Eucharist is not real. And if the Eucharist is real, the donkey will bow down and adore the Eucharist. And so they starved this donkey for 3 days. And finally, when they released the donkey, instead of going to that fresh straw and hay that was prepared for the donkey first knelt down and adored the Blessed Sacrament. It's a beautiful, beautiful story, St. Anthony of Padua and the donkey. So anyway, St. Louis de Montfort once said that when you hear these miraculous stories about the saints, believe them. Believe them. The worldly find them difficult to believe. But to the faithful, maybe you who are watching at home, you're shut in, you can't get to church, but yet you're faithful, and you're watching the Mass today on Sunday. It's not surprising that God does great things for those who truly follow him. God bless you.